what does it mean to you exactly to have a living room on the moon, and how much does the rent cost? Because I mean, it's got to be cheaper than the Bay Area.
It might be, but if you can get there,
yeah,
that your travel costs,
yeah.
one-time travel costs, might be a lot more than you would ever spend living in the Bay Area. But I found more proof that says that yes, we have been there than I found that no, we haven't. But the only way that I will know for sure is when I go there, and I'm going.
Yeah,
we are going.
We'll be there.
We're gonna be there. Us healthy people, we're gonna be there. We're gonna see what it's really like, and I think we're gonna find structures. I think we're gonna find that maybe we can even breathe there. I think they might find clouds, and I'm just guessing. I'm just
all
totally
speculation.
guessing. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not saying
it's not too far away. You can
look.
You can see craters. You can see what I mean on certain days.
Rise up, fall down, watch the Here, fine. For this one, we'll keep the light on there. Is that better?
That's much better.
Okay, this is what I need you to do now, okay?
We've seen outer space from our living room, and that's a crazy concept. How do we know it's real? How do we know it's
space?
really outer space?
Because it's on the television.
It's in our living room. Right? Yeah, it's a 12-minute silent film, and it was possibly the first ever science fiction movie made. And it's a very simple story, but yet I think there might be some truth in it.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
I think there might be some truth in that. That
A little innocence, you know. When I saw it, it's 1902. I'm not sure how fresh the film, film was around back then, or the knowledge of what is out there. But it's an innocent kind of play of let's send our guys to the moon, and let's see what's up there. And they do find life.
Yeah.
In the movie, they do find life, and it's not the most welcoming of species.
No, not at all.
In this film, but they do find something out there.
It is about separating fact from fiction. It's one thing to say, I know who these things are, what these beings are, why they're here, or I can prove to you that they're demons, or they're reptilians, or they're creatures from this other planet, or this other galaxy. I can't. But I'm going to ask questions and see where those questions lead.
And they led to a pretty dominating silent film in 1902.
Yeah.
George Méliès here, we'll give him his credit for that. Back in 1902. Again, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really great the way you can synchronize the old video, and it's really something that I've never seen done before.
Yeah,
the black and white, and it's funny because in the movie they're all dancing around, and they're building the space shuttle, and they're gonna shoot it to the moon. And real quick, I just want to say that the face on the moon was the creepiest thing I ever seen in my life. It kind of gave me nightmares for a few nights.
Oh yeah,
like a cheese looking guy. I don't know.
When it first came out, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. It didn't do record numbers.
Yeah.
But look at it now. And that's also the other thing that I hope that my songs do, is that they're just as relevant now as they will be 120 years from now. That's 500 years from now.
That's a great point. You had mentioned earlier just the knowledge that we have now of being able to send us to the moon, and the knowledge of technology, and we didn't have that 113 years ago, back when the movie came out in 1902. But it's almost insane how the similarities are still there.
Yeah.
Just the basic, okay, fly me to the moon, and we'll see what's up there, and just not a lot has changed. Not a lot has changed, and I mean, I don't know if those characters in the movie are living on the moon, literally, crazy pitchfork.
Well, they do say there's something up there. There's theories.
For me, the first instinct was like, okay, this is we're taking off. We're taking off to the moon.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in the shuttle. We're buckled in, and here we go.
That was exactly it.
That's kind of where your head was at when you're thinking, I'm sitting down to write this, and we're taking off.
Not when I first wrote it. When I first wrote it, I actually wrote it as a dance song. And it was good. It was okay, but it wasn't any different than any other dance song that I've done. It was nothing special. And so months passed, and that's exactly what I thought of. What would it be like to actually leave Earth and go up there? What type of song could be made to kind of embody that? And when you look at movies like Interstellar, and you just listen to the soundtracks, that soundtrack to me is just some great. It's more than music to me. There's a spirituality to it, and I think the best music does have a spirituality to it. Maybe there's something out there, you know, maybe not, but why are all these people seeing all these things flying around? Must be something to it. So it's like, how do we know that they landed on that moon, you know? Because we saw it in our living room. Because the people that thought that they were watching it live, were they?
Where?
I think yes. I think yes. I think we really did make it to the moon.
Oh yeah, we were there for sure. And that probably wasn't the first time.
Well, I just want to practice it with the.
Yeah.
That's really the whole point here. So this is just all practice. It's just all to see what we have written and what we're gonna use, what we're not gonna use, what we like, what we don't like. So
it's gotta go.
It's gotta go, and you gotta be able to
stay.
do this live. So let's just practice. Just run through it. You gotta wait for the right key, for the right note. And it's about to come out. It ain't all about you, it ain't all about me. It ain't all about us, it ain't all about we. If I'm all about God, then I'm all about peace. It ain't about the people when the people in the streets say it's all about death, when it's all about greed. When everything you want isn't anything you need. Bury me deep in my childhood dream. Heroes ain't real like the money ain't green. Late drop from the old head up from the king. Body slam to the man, world champion to me. Every day I pray and I try to do something. Try to use the brain so I keep the brain function. Skipping more lunches, dropping more miles. Asking more questions, put them in a file. Seeing no races, being no group. Joining no cause, all because of the truth. And all these lies that we will hide to fall in line to close our eyes in our living room. We close up, we'll be living soon. Close up, so we'll keep flying over the flag. Keep looking for facts, waiting for God to take us back. And the world needs money, like the world needs dummies. People need love, people need someone who will never give up. The world needs money, like the world needs dummies. And something else right there. People need someone who will never give up. Let's build a spaceship to leave this world. Then we will really see how it turns. Let's sail across white sandy moons and do it all from our living room. It's pretty much all I've written so far. So we'll see how much of that stays from now till the time that we record it in the studio. You never know. Could be a completely new song by next week.
It's a snowball effect.
It is. But the purpose is to just, you have this big thing, this big boulder, and you just chip away and make something beautiful out of it, you know?
So it's a snowball that turns into a snow angel?
I sure hope so. That's the concept of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But you keep trying, and every time you should be learning from it. Challenge yourself. Don't just make a song the same way that, you know, you made your last song. Try something different. You know, you're not supposed to you're not going to succeed all of the time. But just make some great music.
That beat though, you just have that beat going all day.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Going all day.
That's
killed it
really,
with the bass too.
Yeah, the bass was just.
Oh yeah, we gotta get that full shit.
Yeah, we gotta get the bass in here. I want the person who's listening, I want them to enjoy what they're listening to.
Mm-hmm.
And if at any time it takes them out of it, you kind of lost them.
That's why you kick the funk up a notch, you know? When you get that chorus has gotta reel them in every time, you know what I mean? Get
Right.
A little funkadelic going.
Well, I mean, this is also something where, you know,
The beat alone, that works in your favor, you know? You can have that going all day long, you know?
What do you think of the beat so far?
Yeah, like I'm saying, you just have it going all day, you know? Like it's gonna be in my head all day, you know what I mean? But you just tap your toes and bob your head. That's what we pay him the big bucks for. Got that, Justin? Don't F it all up.
That's really it. It's the world that you see, you know, through your TV screen or.
Like what the news shows you.
Yes, Yes. What they want to tell us, as opposed to
What they want us to think.
Right. That's a great way to put it right there. So it's all about thinking, well, maybe there's more outside of that. Maybe it's not just about what I'm seeing here, what they're telling me
You know
here.
why? Because they want you to focus on negativity. They want you to fear
The vision, right? To do everything.
Everything's
To put you in
negative,
a group, in a category.
So they keep you negative. Because if your mind is constantly on negative things, you're just going to manifest more negative things in your life. So if they keep you down like that by just showing you nothing but negative images, this is bad, all this is bad, this is bad, this is what's wrong. All that will just put more energy to what's bad.
Look at the joy.
That is an enjoyment.
I could do this all day. Maybe I hit it if I hit it from this side, it'll sound. Oh, that works. Oh, yeah, that works too.
Wow.
Is it loud?
Yeah.
Is it peaking red?
No.
Okay. Okay, ready, Gregory?
Okay, so
Okay, let me just do it one more time.
control space bar. Right?
Oh, shit.
It's yellow.
Ah.
It's yellow, not red.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine. Yellow's fine. Yeah, that's better. Do it there. Back a little bit more. Okay, hold on. That sounds actually really good. Alright, that's healthy. Let's see that. Alright, ready? Hurry, Greg.
Control space. Okay.
Control spacebar.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, we're good. Oh,
Yeah.
that was my gong solo.
That's cool.
That was the gong solo.
Yeah. The
Yeah, so
gong solo.
save that.
I am the Eddie Van Halen of gongs.
More gong,
I
baby.
was actually with you the first day.
Oh, that was a great day.
It was a great day. I mean, it's always a great day. We drove out to Dublin Beats Studios out in San Jose, and I mean, it's always a great time out in Dublin Beats Studios. It really is. The gong was the last touch on it. I mean, I don't know how many bottles of wine we were into it then, or what, but if that had some influence. But it was a masterpiece. You know? We put
really
together,
was,
we put together something. Now, tell me, this is your third project in about the last year or so.
Mhm.
So you've been busy.
And I still got more. Still got a few
still
more
got
that
more
I'm
coming.
working on.
They're always coming in, yeah.
You should always be working on your next project, even when you're talking about your latest project.
Words of wisdom, yeah. It all never ending. It's constant. And you really stress the fact of the kind of the bad influences that people have of living their lives out of their living rooms. Literally. I mean, a little metaphor in there, but for the most part, you're pretty literal. And I remember the conversation, And, you know, I'm thinking, yeah, you know, you're right. And I'm thinking, what is this guy talking about? You know, what are you talking about? Your living room, you know, I got 2 couches and a TV in my living room. You know, what's the problem, you know?
It's a big deal, man.
And then the beat came in. And that kick that we will be talking about, we love so much, that kick dropped. And then you spoke. And I mean, right off the bat, your first lines in the living room. You said here, let's build a spaceship to leave this world, and then we'll really see how it turns.
Let's sail across the white sandy
Dude, and then the harmonica kicks in, and you know the drums back in there.
and do it all in our living room.
It ain't all about you, it ain't all about me, it ain't all about us, it ain't all about we. If I'm all about God, then I'm all about peace. It ain't about the people when the evil in the streets say it's all about death, when it's all about greed, when everything you want isn't anything you need. Bury me deep in my childhood dreams. Heroes ain't real like the money ain't green. Leg drop from the hope, headbutt from the king, body slam to the man, world champion to me. Every day I pray and I try to do something, try to use the brain so I keep the brain function. Skipping more lunches, drop more miles, asking more questions, put them in a file, seeing no races, being no group, joining no cause or because of the truth.
See, the thing is, what I've learned is your best takes, like, you know, artists, their best takes are like, you know, usually their first.
Really?
Like first 1, 2, or 3, because they're not thinking. They're just going. And it sounds very natural.
Wow.
So I've learned that over the years. That's like the best way to go nowadays.
Okay.
Because when you start doing it so many times, you just start thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking.
Overthinking.
And then it just ends up not sounding natural anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's cool about doing it live, man. It's one take. You got to get it, you know.
Yeah.
You got no choice.
No
so.
second chances. No, like, one more time.
Yeah. Oh, let me start over.
Let's build a spaceship and leave this world. Then we will really see how it turns. Let's sail across the white sandy moon and do it all in our living room. All these lies that we will hide, to fall in line, to close our eyes in our living room. We'll be living soon. Let's build a spaceship and leave this world. Then we will really see how it turns. Let's sail across the white sandy moon and do it all in our living room. It ain't all about you, it ain't all about me, it ain't all about us, it ain't all about we. If I'm all about God, then I'm all about peace. It ain't about the people when the evil in the streets say it's all about death, when it's all about greed, when everything you want isn't anything you need. Bury me deep in my childhood dreams. Heroes ain't real like the money ain't green. Leg drop from the Hulk, headbutt from the king, body slam to the man, world champion to me. Every day I pray and I try to do something, try to use the brain so I keep the brain function. Skipping more lunches, drop more miles, asking more questions, put them in a file, seeing no races, being no group, joining no cause all because of the truth. All these lies that we will hide, to fall in line, to close our eyes. All these lies that we will hide, to fall in line, to close our eyes. So we'll keep flying over the flag, looking for facts, waiting for God to take us back. And the world needs money, like the world needs dummies. People need love, people need someone who will never give up. The world needs money, like the world needs dummies. People need love, people need someone who will never give up. Close our eyes in our living room. And the world needs money, like the world needs dummies. People need love, people need someone who will never give up. The world needs money, like the world needs dummies. People need love, people need someone who will never give up. People need someone who will never give up. People need someone who will never give up.
So if these aliens are here
I think they're here.
and they're on the
I think they're
moon
here. And they
and they have a home on the moon, they have a living room on the moon, we're gonna
I
go
think
there
so.
and we're gonna burn down these aliens'
Well,
living
see,
rooms.
that's the whole thing. See,
And we don't want to cross that yet.
they haven't come here and burned us down, but yet
Not
they
yet.
know our first
Not yet.
instinct is to kill them. It's like seeing a bug that walks up here. The first thing you're gonna do is
It's
kill
fear.
it. Yeah,
It's
it's
fear. Fear of the unknown.
because you don't know what it's gonna do, and you kill it.
So we'll leave their living rooms alone on the moon for now. Just for now.
for now, and hopefully they'll
Yeah.
do the same. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
They won't
we'll-
just don't
we'll-
come
we'll
into
trust
my
them.
living room.
We'll trust them. We have a truce, unspoken truce, I guess. We'll get back to the album real here.
a little bit of peace, just a piece of the peace, just a little bit of peace is all in my hometown, where my love of life is found. The Lord of all miracles, of everything spiritual and everything physical. How can I be free when they cut my wings, starting over and over again? How can I be free when they cut my wings, starting over and over again? We'll be sitting on a rooftop, waiting with the lights on, listen with the mic on every word. When we look inside the Bible, we will see that there's a hole in the wall, and we can see the end of the world.
The overall process, I mean, did everything go smooth? I mean,
No.
no,
Not at
yeah, I wouldn't expect it to. You know, there's
It
gonna be
never
stress.
does.
There's gonna be all kinds. Just take me through the process, kind of. How long did it take? How long did you were you thinking? It was on your mind
For the whole project you're talking
the
about?
whole project from the moment you said, all right, I'm gonna write these tracks and I'm gonna
Okay.
make this happen, and this is gonna be a part of it, and then the conclusion now.
Well, the whole part was, it was supposed to be 3 songs. There's a song called Do You Feel Like We Do by Peter Frampton, and it's a 14-minute song. 14 minutes. And
I can't do almost anything for 14 minutes. I mean,
the Sugar Hill Gang, the to the hip hop, the hippie to
Okay,
the hop.
yeah.
Okay, that song again, that's like another 13, 14-minute song. The difference is there's a lot more raps,
that's a
lot more
classic.
changes
though.
of, yeah.
The hip to the hop, you don't stop. I mean, come on, I'll
Which
listen
is-
to that
which
for
is-
13 minutes.
And that's a bass. So that, you know,
Yeah.
that's just somebody on bass,
Okay.
and that's how they all
So,
did it.
so is it like a long intermission instrumental in between, kind of, or is it just, you know, let's rock and let's.
That's what the whole Interstellar song. That's what it was meant to actually be. It was meant to be slow, to kind of
Feel the beat,
Yeah,
feel the
to
music.
feel the beat, and then in part 2, it would pick up.
Mhm.
And part 2 was always meant to be the living room song. That was always meant to be the second part.
Okay.
So when those got switched,
Yeah.
obviously it threw me.
Yeah.
You know?
So there was a little bit of you know, purposefulness behind there. You know,
Mhm.
it was meant to be, but regardless, it is what it is. We got the track list.
Yeah. Well, and then the 4th song, that was really never supposed to
End
be
of the
in there.
World?
Yeah. That was gonna be a song that I was just gonna tuck into a corner
Mhm.
and save for later, and I'll figure out something, or I'll just put that out as a single or something. And when I looked at this project, I was like, this would be a great song to end it, because that song is not a song that I will just turn on and just listen to. But if it's played after 1, 2, or 3 other songs,
You have no choice.
yeah, well then I'm like in that mood, and
Sure.
if it doesn't take me out of that same vibe, when you go from, you know, a hype cruise-matic song into a interstellar, you know, interlude song, it's a big change. These four songs are the 4 songs that I'm the most proud of, because this is something that I didn't just make because I wanted to make a rap song, or I wanted to make a song about a certain topic. This is something that really is very, very, very special and very, very personal.
Yeah.
And I don't like, the one thing I've noticed about my writings and all that, like, I have no problem talking about what the government does and what, you know, these other people do, but I have a big problem talking about me, you know, and talking about my personal life and stuff like that.
Sure.
So this is probably as closest to my personal life
Yeah.
as it'll get, because these are questions that I do ponder, and these are also things that I am currently researching, and I will continue to research these things. And they all say, oh, you start at September 11th and then you end at, you know, reptilians on some other galaxy. Well, whatever, I'm just, you know, gonna go.
Given the material you were dealt, you know, you didn't ask for this stuff. You know,
No.
I mean,
But
there's
it's
just questions that need to
Just
be
question-
answered.
Yeah, there's something out there. There's too many people, you know, that are saying that there's something out there, and there's too much proof. Even the government's own documents say that. So how do we just sit here and just act like, well, no, there's nothing out there. Let's not talk about that. They always find life on these other planets and these other places. Oh, it was life millions of years ago. You don't know if it was millions of years ago. You can't prove that. Why even say that? You know. So that's just one of the things about separating fact from fiction.
We'll play with the tracks. There was a little side note I wanted to tease you about too with the tracks. It's number 1 was Alive, and then number 2 you had On the Moon, and then 3 was Living Room.
Right.
But I'm thinking you meant to flip flop those two, right? I mean, Living Room and then On the Moon, just because it kind of chronologically in order makes sense for the title.
Well, I didn't think of that. Actually, Zyme thought of
So we have
that.
Zyme to blame. We'll throw him under the bus.
That's all him.
That's all right.
But he's
it gives it its own element, you know.
yeah, he's definitely right.
I want to know, what do you want the listener, the one who puts these headphones in and hears this album and he's probably got it on repeat just as I have for the last 2 or 3 weeks. What do you want that person to walk away from after hearing these 4 tracks? What do you want them to be feeling?
I want them to go research. I want them to go and research other planets, other life on other planets, research the UFO videos that are out there, the photos that are out there, and find the truth, because there's so much crap out there. There is a lot of bull out there, you know. There's a lot of lies out there. There are a lot of people that are making money off of those lies.
Okay, I'm excited. You know, a lot more to come. I mean, like you said, you're on one project, you're halfway through, but you're already starting beginning stages of a whole other thing, and it never ends. Yeah,
I think my next songs will be more like rap. You know, they'll at least the next two or three songs will have more rap in them. I just want to be proud of every song that I do. I don't want to listen to my songs to say, oh, I wish I would have changed this, or I wish I would have done that. Like, I want to do that before I even step foot into Dublin Beats studio. I want to have
make it easier on him.
Yeah, I want to have everything done. But then at the same time, I have to be willing to make changes. And Dublin Beats is a great person to help me make those changes that I didn't even see, you know. And anybody can do that. It's just making people feel like they can tell me that. Like, I don't want people to just say, oh yeah, your songs are great. Like, I want people to say, well, yeah, you know, maybe you should do this, or, you know, oh, I didn't like this. And that's hard to say, and it's hard for any rapper to be open. Every rapper says that oh yeah, you could tell me what you don't like, but once you start doing it,
they don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear it.
That's Drake and Meek Mill. They'll tell you all about it.
It's hatred. Yeah, it's the hatred thing. I have no idea who those two people are.
No, that's
by
right.
the way.
You don't need to.
I keep hearing, and I'm like, Drake's coffee cake is the only thing I keep thinking.
you don't ever
Seinfeld, and Mills mild Meek, or Meek
Mills,
whatever.
Mills.
I mean, it's
right.
just like
Drake and Drizzy Drake, Meek Mill. Okay, I'll tell you, you've never heard who they are, their names, any music, and I can promise you, will probably still go on to lead a happy life. All right, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Drake and Meek Mills, you know, it's
okay.
We'll leave the mainstream beefs. You know, it's not too
hope
and Biggie.
They solve it. Whatever the problem is.
We hope you solve your issues, guys.
I hope they don't end up
like, get over this beef.
Like Tupac and Biggie. You know, I'm sure it'll end up more like Jay-Z and Nas, where it comes out that it was all staged and fake. But we'll have to see about that.
I think it's over a chick, actually.
Oh, sure.
I'm not too sure.
It's always over a chick. No, it's not over a
Nicki
chick.
Minaj. We're getting this expertise from behind the curtain over here. One of our camera guys.
The director's over here
no.
telling it's
That's a no. All right. So we've cycled through the book, the album, the video behind it, spiritual beliefs. Somehow we ended up at Drake, Meek Mill, but I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna backtrack.
What the hell?
We'll edit some of that
name
out.
Is Mill? Anyway?
Meek Mill, M-I-L-L.
M-I-L-L. What? Do you know what a mill is?
Short for million. That's just
No,
that's just what the
like a
Brain dead guy was
timber
in.
mill, you know, like a
Oh,
water
lumber,
mill,
like a lumber mill.
lumber mill.
Lumber
yeah,
mill?
yeah. I mean,
I think that I
That's
mean,
a
maybe he
mill.
used to work at a lumber mill. I don't know. You know, or maybe he used to work at Meek Mill and he was just so inspired by his first job.
I think it's just like childish. I mean,
So once again, Greg Fernandez Jr. Living Room on the Moon, available now. Go get it. Missing out, you're wasting time. Go get it.
yeah, turn this off and
Thank you, bro.
thank you, brother. I love you, man.
I love you too.